motherfuckers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
A lot is going on. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach me right now, 800-848-9222. Protesters clash outside that anti-Israel New York City, Brooklyn coffee shop as the NYPD separates two sides that told the congressman that was defeated last night, Dan Goldman, not to come back because of his support for Israel. Former top advisor to the mayor of New York City, that is Mayor Eric Adams, his former top advisor Frank Carone, arrested by the FBI. Ex-NYPD officials, their homes raided, and a sweeping corruption investigation. So Adams' former top advisor, his home was raided this morning, and it's part of a multiple corruption probe. Frank Carone, 56, had his home searched by the feds early this morning and arrested in part of an alleged bribery scheme that also includes his brother. Now, separately, the NYPD hit the homes of former Chief of Department Jeffrey Madry, Assistant Chief James McCarthy, and the once top police spokesman. And you knew this guy was trouble. He just seemed like he was angry all the time. Tariq Shepard, all tied to allegations of misappropriation of funds, bribery, and wrongdoing, and how promotions and assignments were handed out. All right, let's get to it. We have a lot to talk about. 800-848-9222. Mamdani is one of the worst things to ever happen to New York. And all I could think about overnight is that I don't think you folks are ready for the truth. I don't think you're ready for what I have to say today, this hour. And that brought me to this historic movie.
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
So I hope today you can handle the truth, because Mamdani, and I almost want to throw up, is now a kingmaker. I said it. I'm going to break it down in just a minute. But I want to go back to the movie, the Hollywood movie, A Few Good Men, that is, and that big scene at the trial.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide, and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a weapon and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Did you order the code red?
I did the job.
Did you order the code red?
Right, I did.
All right, A Few Good Men, and let's get to it, folks. Let's break it all down. You know I give it to you straight with no chaser, and it is what it is. Mamdani is one of the worst things to ever happen to New York. But 24 hours later, he's more powerful than ever. Mamdani, I can't believe that I'm saying this, is a kingmaker, an absolute kingmaker. He took nobodies. Mamdani took nobodies and got them through Democratic primaries, defeating incumbent members that traditionally didn't have primaries at all. They would just be reelected. And so now it's either you get down with Mamdani's agenda or you lay down and you lose a primary or you face a primary. And you better believe every Democrat has heard what happened during the primary. It is horrible for all of us. 800-848-9222. Adriano Espaillat, gone out, loses to somebody that is absolute nutty. A PhD student who wants nobody in jail for anything. Dan Goldman, the other congressman, gone. He loses to Brad Lander. Mamdani, unfortunately, is a kingmaker. And here's why this is so dangerous for you and I. And the train has already left the station. Mamdani, via his actions, he doesn't have to say a word. Either you get with my agenda or I will run someone against you. And even if that individual loses, you're going to spend a ton of money in a primary. If you want to scare a politician, mention the word primary. Because what happened in the election shows that anything can happen in a primary, and Mamdani took nobodies and thus have made them somebody. And now, because of this loser of a mayor, we're going to have the Squad 2.0 in Washington. If you thought the Squad was bad before, wait until November when these new nuts take office. So let's continue. The protest outside that coffee shop, outside the coffee shop. And something has to give here, folks, because I'm thinking about, and we see all your calls, we're about to begin with them. I am thinking about back in the 90s, right? Sonny Carson and company. It was horrible what happened to the Korean American grocery stores in Brooklyn when they boycotted. It was horrible. Those people that were good to the community, the Korean American shop owners, lost a ton of money, a fortune, because of a boycott that was set up outside. And you and I both know it was a shakedown, right? But something has to give with this coffee shop. You can't just get away with this as it relates to attacking the Jewish American community. Listen to this report. And this guy, Eric Shawn, I've known Eric for about 20 plus years. Whenever Eric says something, you can take it to the bank that it's accurate. Eric Shawn on the Fox News channel.
Pro-Israel protesters over the coffee shop Poetica attacking New York Democratic Congressman Dan Goldman over his support of Israel. The group End Jew Hatred is calling for a boycott of the coffee shop chain, slamming its alleged discriminatory actions based on Goldman's support of the Jewish state. On Sunday, Goldman stopped in with his 7-year-old daughter to buy a cup of coffee, but the shop then later refunded the money, posting that it does not serve, quote, genocide enablers, racists, or fascists.
I mean, it's ridiculous. You know how many times I see all different religions come shop in a kosher supermarket? Nobody's throwing them out. We're not telling them to leave or refund them. This is America. You can't do that. It's ridiculous what's going on over here. That's how it started in Nazi Germany.
Coffee shop should learn a lesson. I think they should apologize to the Jewish community, and I think they should have a day of welcoming every Jew in here and serve them coffee for free.
Well, the Department of Justice is investigating.
And so there you have it, Eric's report on the Fox News channel. And I agree with that woman. Everybody in the Jewish community in New York should be invited in for a free cup of coffee. And that still doesn't make this right. There are laws that protect Americans from what you're trying to do there. So Mamdani, the new kingmaker. This guy, I don't know, folks.